And by the way, if we can reliably deliver HDR to consumers, it would be good that we would find a true file format specification that would be interoperable across all the manufacturers and determine a single set of universal metadata if we decide that we want that's what's necessary in order to accurately display the content. And the big question is, even if we have that universal set of metadata, can that dynamic metadata be reliably carried in more than a point-to-point infrastructure? Will it survive a live broadcast chain of infrastructure? And is there a broadcast scenario in the next 5 years? So these are the questions that CE manufacturers, program providers, and platform providers need to wrestle with in order to figure out how to get the consumer the content that we're promoting so aggressively.
And then finally, there's the question of storytelling. When The Hobbit came out and it was in high dynamic range in movie theater, high frame rate in movie theaters, some people said, oh, this made me queasy, or it affected my suspension of disbelief. Maybe that was a momentary phenomenon, maybe that's a longer term phenomenon, but it's something that the people who tell stories are going to be concerned about.
An ergonomic research society in Japan did a very large survey in 2012 and published this, or at least they published in 2012, and they mentioned that to satisfy 95% of the viewers in terms of viewing angle characteristics, any changes must be held to within imperceptible or tolerable ranges for viewing angles up to plus or minus 14 degrees horizontally. And this is a very wide angle, and we've seen that really the fall-offs can be quite drastic for these fairly moderate angles. But this has not been looked at all. People just talk about peak brightness when you're sitting dead on, and that meets the needs of a very small percentage of people in actual viewing conditions.